Good morning, guys. Lexiot's Raptor Freak here on a Saturday morning after we won a 1 point game against Orlando Magic in the Scotiabank Arena last night. Very close, way too close for not the way we wanted to win, but we won, and that's the important thing because we could have easily lost that game. Cole Anthony makes a half court shot. And good morning, Andrew. Yes, let's go. It's game day, baby. The NBA doesn't stop. We played one game last night, close game, win by one, go right to Indiana and play again today. There's no stopping, but it's so much fun. It's so great to have Raptors games just coming at us real quick that we don't get bored. Think about how long the summer is with no Raptors basketball. Boy, do we get it right now. Yeah, that's right, Andrew. There's a back-to-back today, Indiana, and we got to, all right, I'll just get this out of the way since I really feel like we should talk about the game mostly from last night. But we'll go ahead and we'll do the Indiana preview right now. It's the same stuff. Pascal's still not going to be playing today, and Yuta had a setback with the 905 in practice this week. So it sounds like he's a little bit behind schedule now. So we may not see Yuta for a little bit still because he re-hurt himself on Tuesday or Thursday, I think. He hurt himself again. Gee, good morning. They will probably be tired tonight. Hopefully bench steps up. We can best Indiana. They're depleted. Yes, that's what I was just about to talk about, Andrew. We saw a depleted Indiana team on Wednesday already, but they're even more depleted now because Brogdon is still out. He got hurt in the first half of the game against us, and he did not play last night. And also the Isaiah kid, he's out still. The kid who had to be helped off the court in the game against us also. They play. All right, listen, I know we're on a back-to-back, and we're traveling to them, but they're on a back-to-back too. They played last night against Brooklyn, the Pacers, and they lost a game by like 8 or something. It was a game which LaMarcus Aldridge got his 20,000th point as an NBA player. That dude has been playing a long time to get 20,000 points. That's amazing. And then, Kevin Durant and James Harden. There's like a three-prong attack. They all got 20 points each, the three of them. And the Brooklyn beat Indiana last night. So both teams are coming off a back-to-back and travel. So it's a little more fair in that way. But yes, they're very depleted, Andrew. That's a huge key. Without Karis LeVert, they're a different team right there. But without TJ Warren and Malcolm Brogdon, Indiana is really, in trouble. They've got they've still got their big guys down low, Turner and Sabonis. And these are the guys we really got to continue to key on. We controlled them really well on Wednesday. We got to do it again today. And, just watch some of these outside guys like Duarte. Duarte really surprised me as a rookie in the first game on Wednesday. He's definitely somebody we got to keep track of and make sure he's not just getting open shots because he can shoot. And he's Canadian guys. All right, let's see. I heard Karis might be back. Ooh, well, if he's back, he's back. We'll have to see what happens. We'll play whoever shows up, and we'll do our best no matter what. Andrew, hopefully we can rest some of our guys. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, I hope that Nick really does these rotations deeper because last night we only played 9 guys. We usually have like a 10 or 12 rotation. And we didn't. We played 9 guys, and that was it. We didn't go past Boucher, Banton, Birch, and Mahalik off the bench. We were only playing those 4 dudes with the starters. So hopefully we see, why can't we see more Malachi Flynn? Why can't we see a little bit of Sam Decker? And if Justin Champagne's on this trip with them, I'd love to see him play it. But I don't know if they're going with them, the 905 guys, because their season has started now, and they're doing things here as with their 905 team. But yeah, we need more rotations, more spread out minutes. So none of our guys are hitting a wall in the third quarter like the last time we had a back-to-back last weekend and against Dallas. And they just couldn't do shit for the rest of the game. They were just out of it. Andrew, Indiana is a shorter team. We can use some of our shorter guys that didn't play last night. Yeah, definitely Malachi and Goran. Goran might play more tonight. We actually might see Goran play tonight. and that's fine. We need him for depth. And, I love that he's not gotten to play the last couple games, because this kind of turns around on what he said to Malachi at the beginning of the season. He's like, oh, don't worry, Malachi. Just stay ready and you'll get your shot. Just be ready. Just be ready. Well, Goran, you're going to have to take your own advice right now, because you need to just stay ready, because we're not going to use you all the time like in regular rotation. It's just how it is. Yeah, Barnes got smacked in the eye late in the game last night. And he's okay. He looked good in his interview afterwards, and he says he's perfectly fine. I ended up getting to go to the game last night, guys. Like, this is really weird, G. You messaged yesterday in the live stream, you're going to the game, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to the game. You must have known something, G. Like, are you partly psychic, dude? Because I went to the game last night. I got a friend of mine. This has happened 3 times, guys. We need to figure this out right now. I want to talk about this with y'all that are watching right now, and people that watch the live stream later. You can comment late at the bottom in the stream if you're not catching me live right now. This has happened to me 3 times already this season. By 3 different people have offered me their tickets at the last minute before the game starts. 3 different kinds of people. Last night it was my good friend Ken, who has season tickets, and he has 2 pairs of tickets in the 300s, and he sold me tickets to go to like game 1 of the finals against Golden State. He sold me tickets to go to Cleveland versus Toronto when LeBron in the Bismack game where we beat LeBron in that Cleveland series, the one game we beat LeBron ever with DeMar and Kyle in Toronto. And he's sold me tickets for years now. Well, Ken, he messaged me at like 6:30 last night and said, Lex, do you want to go to the game for free? I'm going to give you a pair of tickets. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm scrambling, trying to call different people to come with me. And I couldn't get anybody to come with me. I literally was asking the Uber driver on the way down there if he wanted to come into the game with me. So this is the thing. I need a bat signal. For anybody who's on the stream that lives near the Scotiabank Arena and would like to go to games at the last second with me, because I'm getting these tickets dropped into my lap. Like, I know I was saying in the last 2 weeks, I need a sponsor to get to these games, but it's happening. Like, I'm literally like the first couple of times they were offered, I wasn't ready to go. So I didn't go. I didn't take advantage of it. But if this is going to happen more, I want to be able to use these tickets with other people. And I know that you guys are passionate. So if there's anybody who's watching my streams who's a regular subscriber or somebody that interacts with me all the time, please, if you live near the Scotiabank Arena and you're able to go to games at the drop of the hat for free with me, let me know, because I will message whoever wants to go for free. Like last night, I had a seat next to me that was open that somebody could have sat in. I will put the bat signal out when I get those calls like I got last night, and I can go to the game at the last minute so that another good fan can come with me. So just so anybody who's in Toronto who lives downtown near the arena that can get there in like within a half an hour, if I continue to get tickets this way from different people, whether it's my cousin or Ken, or there's people in some of the Raptors groups that have been getting rid of tickets really fast, I want to be able to bring one of y'all with me. So let me know if anybody lives in downtown Toronto and can go to games at the drop of a hat for free. Because this may be happening this season, guys. It seems like this is a pattern so far. We've only had how many home games? And like 3 of them already I've had tickets offered to me. Well, last night I took advantage of it, and I got it. Man, it was so hard to get down to the arena. It was raining. Traffic was really bad. I was going to the last time. I didn't realize the start time was at 7. I thought it was at 7:30. So I got there as quick as I could. And I missed the first quarter last night, but I got there in time to see Scotty's amazing dunk where he flew like the Red Baron. Like he went just like they counted how many dribbles he took. He went full court. He took 3 dribbles and then dunked it. Like it was nasty. And then even afterwards, he did the little playing thing after. Did you guys see that? So I'm saying, man, maybe we need to call this guy Scotty Von Barnstormer, Scotty Von Barnstormer, a.k.a. the Red Baron. Baron Von Scotty Von Barnstormer, aka the Red Baron, because he's out there flying, and his enemies respect and love him. That's what I'm saying. I love that nickname. I don't know if it'll catch, but some of my nicknames and stuff that I've thought of in the past have come around. Like Trebuchet is getting more popular, and I heard the guys last night talking about the Killer Bees. I've been talking about the Killer Bees for years. The original Killer Bees were Bebe and Bruno from Brazil. I was doing the Brazilian Killer Bees from when they were on the team, but now we've got the Canadian Killer Bees, our 6-man, 3-headed monster off the bench, Banton, Barnes, and Banton, Boucher, and Birch, the Canadian Killer Bees. Oh my gosh, man. All right, Andrew, do you think Scotty will have a better rookie season than Vince? That dunk reminded me of Vince. The vibe. Guys, they're very different players. Vince, in some ways, was a showman. Not really a work guy. He worked hard, yeah, and he did really amazing things, but he was more of a showman. He was more flashy. It wasn't about the nuts and bolts of winning with Vince. Sometimes it was more about like pure athleticism and just like, going to the basket and doing amazing things. Now, Scotty does stuff like that, but there's really a lot of deep basketball fundamentals in Scotty's game towards winning. And like on the down low, he's a huge key to us winning a lot of games this year, because he's going to do a lot of this unspoken, kind of unseen like stuff on the court that really helps us, whether it's in his help defense or just going with the flow of the offense. This is the thing. He's not doing anything. He's not forcing his game on anything. He's just taking his spots as they come naturally and executing on them. And man, it's like he's just such a joy to watch, because we don't understand, we don't know how good he's going to be, and he just keeps showing better and better stuff out there. Last night was a little chaotic for me to pay close attention to the game, just because I was trying to get in there really fast and then get settled. And I had really good seats. I love the seats. They're dead on, like in the center court, like in the greens, like in it was like 322 row 7, seat 1. But yeah, that game was a lot of fun last night. Now, we didn't play good defense most of the game. Like, there's really good chunks of the second half that were really bad. Like, they were scoring way too easy, Orlando. That Cole Anthony guy is a baller. He really knows how to fill up the net. Like, he's hard to stop. He hits those threes. He was like 4 for 5, or let me see, I got the box score. He was 4 for 5. He was 5 for 6 from 3 last night. That's way too good at shooting three-point percentage. And the thing that really won the game for us last night was turnovers, getting points off of their turnovers. We got like 22 points off of their turnovers. That was huge, because this game was way too close, way too close. We should have been beating them by double digits. We could have routed Orlando last night if we had really had our defense really set. But thank goodness it was a close game. They got tested in a close game, and they ended up winning and closing out. But that was too close for comfort. Honestly, that wasn't the best management of the end of the game the team could have done, to allow that to be Orlando's destiny to win off a shot. Now, we got bailed out because Gary Trent has discovered he's an amazing defensive player, and he got that really good play right at the end, which really won the game right at the end of the game. Gary Trent, just amazing. Because honestly, Gary Trent can do clutch things with the shot to win the game for us, but we have never seen Gary Trent do a steal or knock the ball away to win a game. That's very interesting and very cool. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. I see you guys rolling now. Killer Bees, good nickname. Yeah, I like it. The Canadian Killer Bees. And they really are. Like, when I was coming in the arena last night, getting my seat, I saw the lineup out there. They had Fred with the 3 Canadian Killer Bees and Barnes again out there. That's a deadly lineup. I just love the facets of that lineup with Scotty, Fred, Kem, Chris, and Delano. Just really fun. And Delano's still solid. I haven't seen him like doing rookie things still. Comes out there, looks like he belongs, plays up tempo, gets nice lay-ins, is, passing the ball really well. Delano's just looking good. Yeah, Rookie of the year. You know what? I would say it. I don't care if Scotty gets Rookie of the year, but I think he might just get it just because. Just because he's so exciting and he's starting and contributing at a high level that the NBA may have to really seriously consider giving him the Rookie of the Year this year. Like, he's going to get the Canada discount in consideration, and they're not going to want to give it to him. But if he's getting if he's becoming really super popular in the States as a Raptor here, that's kind of what happened with Vince. Then they're going to have to really seriously think about giving him Rookie of the Year this year. I don't care about that award myself, but he looked better than Suggs. Suggs was good, though. Don't get me wrong. Suggs is good. But listen, Suggs isn't really the kind of player that Scotty Barnes is in any kind of way from the down low stuff. Like, that's the stuff Raptors have needed in the last year. It's down low players. And it would have been so foolish of Bobby to select Jalen Suggs in the draft. I mean, it was a no-brainer to take Scotty Barnes because you just get the size, the height, and the rebounding that you don't get with Suggs. And this was something our team has needed so badly in the last year or so. So, yeah, Darren, I was lucky. Listen, man, I don't know where you guys live. This is YouTube. You could be anywhere in the world. But seriously, if anybody is living in Toronto in the downtown core and just doesn't get to games because, they don't want to spend the money or anything like that, if I get free tickets, I'll put the bat signal out and I'll let you guys know. And somebody can come to the game with me at the last minute because somebody could have came to the game with me last night at the last minute. I just don't know how to get in touch with people. So we'll just have to figure this out. If anybody that is a watcher of Raptor Freak and likes watching my live streams in the morning, here's a subscriber perk. If you live near the building and you want to go to a free game, hit me up and with your info, and I will message you and let you know when it's going to happen. And you can meet me at the arena, and we'll go to the game for free. Seriously, because I have a feeling this is going to happen some more times during the season, and I just don't like seeing a seat go to waste. I mean, it's nice to have a buffer in COVID days from other fans because there's nobody sitting in the seat between me. But still, I'd much rather the building be louder. So let's see. Okay. NBA Instagram is actually posting Barnes a bit and more Raptor content now. Barnes is very popular and not just in Canada. He should be. His highlights are insane. And people can see greatness when they see greatness. And there's greatness in Scotty Barnes. I'm from Tallahassee, where I grew up. I'm born in Toronto, Canadian born right downtown off Yonge Street. But when I was 4 years old, my dad moved with us to Tallahassee, Florida. And that's where Florida State is, the Seminoles. And that's where I went to school. And that's where Scotty Barnes went to school. So I really know about the university that he went to for the 1 year last year with Leonard Hamilton and stuff, because that's where I went to school. And all my friends are big Seminole fans. And they knew about Scotty last year, and they were telling me about him, the basketball fans, because they knew he was a big deal. So when he got drafted to us, I was like, this is good because my friends really speak highly of him. So, Scotty has fans in the States for sure. And he's going to be, I don't know, we'll see. Rookie of the Year, we'll see. He could be, is he Rookie of the Month for the first month? We'll see about that first. All right, let's see. Darren, hey, all right. This is awesome. Gary is now second in the league in steals. I saw that he was in like the top 4 this week, but now he's second. That's insane. That is really good because I'm sure Gary Trent Jr. didn't expect to be up there in that place. Yeah, he's addicted. You can tell he really enjoys it too. And it's like being a savant at something you didn't realize. Like you pick up a violin and all of a sudden you're like, you're like playing beautiful music and you're like a natural. So he's a natural with this hands on the ball stealing stuff. And Svi again last night with his little getting in the lane and stealing the ball on the inbounds. He did it again last night. That guy's fun. Oh, and one of the cool things about Svi last night was I got to my seat and I'm sitting in an angle with the backboard on the side, and he made that behind the backboard shot. Did you guys see when Mahalik made that behind the backboard shot like Larry Bird would? Well, I had the perfect angle from where I was sitting. He was behind the backboard, and he shot it over the top of the backboard into the basket. That was when the clock was running out, and we were in trouble, and he made a Hail Mary prayer kind of shot over the back of the backboard. It was very Larry Bird, that Mahalik shot. And from where I was, it looked it looked so cool because I was in the right angle to see it really come from behind the backboard over into the basket. And I was like, oh, no way, he's not gonna make that. And he did. I was like, yes, it was so cool. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Yeah, we should get TNT games. This is the thing. We're entertaining. We're fun. Even if they paint us as the bad guys, people are going to want to watch our games because they're exciting. And, real basketball fans in the States, even if the NBA markets us this way, they see the Raptors for who they are, which is a blue-collar, hardworking, rebounding defensive team. And a lot of basketball purists love that style of basketball. So they get like behind our team and they're like, this is a really good team. This is really cool. So we have a lot of fans in the States on the download just because of the purity of the love of the sport and how we play it. So let's see. Yeah, we should. Oh, Darren, Jakarta. Oh, you're in Jakarta. Wow. Holy cow. Well, if you get here, man, I'll take you for sure. Seriously, I will. I'll take you. I'll buy you a ticket. Make sure you go. If you get a ticket to Toronto, I will get you there. Gonna be a must-see game tomorrow. Raps bounce back for D. I hope so. We had such good defense against Indiana. We were able to contain Sabonis and Turner, and we kept on their outside shooters pretty good. And since there's guys missing, even if LeVert comes back tonight, we've done really good against Indiana in that game on Wednesday. So hopefully we can get back on track with that. I think Orlando just had some really good schemes to stretch our defense out and get really open threes. Like they were throwing the ball over back and forth like that, like all across the court. And it was really effective at beating our defense. And then there were really dumb breakdowns near the basket where we let them get in without any contact and get lay-ins. I hated that. And I was in the crowd and I was really trying hard to do the defense chants every time. I want to say this first. All right. This is for the in-game ops people at the Scotiabank Arena. You guys need to change some of your defense chant music. Like one of the ones I really hate that you guys are playing a lot last night is the "We Will Rock You." Like, you know why? Because there's no rhythm to that for the fans to get the defense out of their voice. So they're all just basically stomping to that. That's not as good a defense chant to get in the opposing team's head as defense. So I hate that Queen "We Will Rock You" beat on the defensive end from our in-game ops. It pisses me off because what happens is there's a lull with the noise from the crowd. It's not as loud because everybody's stomping instead of yelling. And I hate that. I want them to just scrap the "We Will Rock You" Queen defensive like music. And then the other thing is, Herbie, you're calling these baskets too long after they score. This is a high-paced transitional game. You're calling Scotty Barnes. And meanwhile, Orlando's already down the court and about to lay it in. And we're not even getting a chance to start our defensive chance because you're still calling the last basket from and an assist from Fred VanVleet. And you're stretching it out. They're already down the court and almost scored the ball. So I want to be able to get that quiet so we can start yelling defense. And the other thing is we need to yell defense before the ball is inbound because they don't start the cues from the organ player don't start until they inbound the ball. And by then the play's already set up. So you got to yell defense while they're holding the ball on the inbounds before they even get it in. Because they'll get it in real quick and just make an easy lay-in if you don't do it right away. Just little ticky-tacky things about the defense chants in the arena and how they could be done better. I don't know if any in-game ops people are going to be listening to me, but scrap that Queen "We Will Rock You" chant and start letting us get the defense chants early, right off the bat with the organ player. That organ player needs to wake up is what we need right now. All right, let's see. That was just my little aside. Svi with the sneaky shot, Larry Bird shot is definitely like a Larry Bird shot. Totally. Darren, he misses Larry. He used to be a Celtics fan before 95. I used to love those old Celtics teams. I was really lucky when I was a kid. I got to go to a game in Atlanta. It was at the Omni, and it was the Atlanta Hawks versus the Boston Celtics. And the Celtics had Dennis Johnson. Wait, no, they had Dennis Johnson, and I think Reggie Lewis, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, and Larry Bird starting. And then the Hawks had Spud Webb, Dominique Wilkins, Kevin Willis, Moses Malone, and Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers was their shooting guard. And I remember going to that game in the Omni and seeing Dominique do the windmill slam live. And I was like, whoa. And this was right around when ESPN was first young, very young. And I remember going home for the first time and watching a dunk I saw in real life on TV later. And it was a Dominique windmill slam on the Celtics. And yeah, oh man, I got Rick Barry's autograph that night because he was an announcer for the Hawks at that time. But yeah, that was the memories. I saw Larry play live. Yeah, and it was amazing. I will never forget seeing some of the greats live. And Larry's one of the greats that I did get to see live. Thank God. Let's see. Oh, Darren's going to be in Winnipeg in 2022 for a bit, but not likely to. Yeah, it's not very close to Toronto. Maybe you can go to a Jets hockey game. You know, I love the Jets. They're a good team. You can maybe get to that. I got an uncle in Winnipeg. I can hook you up if you need a tour guide. You probably know people there already, but, you know, my Uncle Ward's there. If you need, he likes to go birding if you like going birding. Let's see. I was not chanting Scotty's better than Suggs. I don't want to feed that hate, man, because listen, this is what was happening when the fans started yelling Scotty's better to Jalen. You know what Jalen started doing? He started looking around. It was almost like he was looking for individual fans who were chanting it. Like he wanted to see their faces. Like he wanted to have an imprint of hate from that because he looked like he was soaking in the hate or like Scotty's better. And he's just like looking around, like pissed off. And like, I could tell he was using it like Jordan would for motivation. Like he was eating it up. He was like, yeah, say that more and see how I feel about it and what I do in the court because of this kind of thing. Because like he was looking around. Like I could tell he was like feeling it. It hurt him, but he was really taking it as motivation to get pissed off and try and win the game still. Yeah, I don't really endorse that by the fans, but I love it too because it's our fans being our fans. And it's true in some ways. Scotty is better. And I'm not going to get mad at somebody for being honest. I mean, you know, let's see. Yeah. I was a kid in the 80s too. I was, I think I was like 11 or 12 when I went to that game, that Bird game. So let's see. Yeah, it was a good win. The first half was close. The second half, we kind of pulled away from them for a while, but then we kept letting them back in a little bit. And then, we just closed it out. It was getting scary. Like that 4-point play near the end got them a lot closer, quicker, and just dumb stuff. Okay, refs manipulating the game, part 4. All right, we're going to talk about that flagrant foul on Precious last night. That – the way they've been calling things this year, that should not be a flagrant foul. The fact that they've gone back and reviewed stuff like OG getting grabbed around the neck by Porzingis and different other fouls and deemed them not flagrant, but then they went back and they had to check that one and deem that one flagrant was really fishy to me. Really, really fishy to me because honestly, that play seems like regular kind of plays for this year with the new physicality. So once again, we see the referees give them free throws and get the ball back. That's a little bit of a swing there. And thank goodness it didn't matter. We won by 1 point still. But those are little sneaky ways the refs will manipulate. And they got a flagrant foul on Precious last night. That was my sneaky ref manipulation lesson for today. Because honestly, that's subjective. That could have been a regular foul or a flagrant foul, and they decided they wanted to make it a flagrant foul in that instance. So, oh well. Let's see what else you guys are saying. 6 a.m. start here my time. Wow. Yeah, if you're going to watch Raptor games, you got to live at least. You're going to have to figure out what time. Yeah, always Raps getting burned, always some bald ref. There's one ref. He looks like the dad from Doogie Howser, the old TV show with Neil Patrick Harris. He was a doctor. He looks like that dad, the bald guy. He's not been good to us so far this year. I don't know if he was reffing last night, but he was definitely reffing in that other game where they were giving us bad calls. And then, of course, Mark Davis is not a good ref to us historically. Now, he's gone more fair in recent years, but in the past, he was horrible towards the Raptors, Mark Davis. But, hopefully our relationships with the refs are better this year without Kyle on the team. And I think Fred's a little bit more of a diplomat. We're not getting technicals like we did last year. If you remember last year, every game, there was at least one technical in the game. Somebody would get a technical on the Raptors. Tony Brothers. Oh, yeah. Well, he's notorious to everyone. He's bad to everybody, Tony Brothers, but he's crazy. Yeah. So Pacers, we got to just do a lot of more of what we did on Wednesday. Just do it really well again, contain those guys down low, get to their open shooters, maximize our fast break and our transition, maximize the turnovers that we get off of them to be fast break and transition. There's a lot of weird plays where we're getting 3-on-1, 3-on-2, 2-on-1 fast breaks, and the guys don't know what to do with it to get the ball in the basket. They're screwing up on the pass, or they're letting the defender beat them. The one defender when there's two of them, that's weird. That's something they got to clean up, because those are really easy baskets when you have fast break numbers. So, yeah, Kyle's a pain in the ass. Too much whining. Yeah, he definitely has like some grudges. Like refs have grudges against players. And Chris Paul has a definite grudge with Scott Foster, and that hurt him from winning a championship this year. Like, seriously, Scott Foster stopped Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns from beating Milwaukee to a degree because Scott Foster hates Chris Paul. And if you look at the numbers, Chris Paul doesn't win when Scott Foster's reffing. He's like 0-12 or 13 in playoff games when Scott Foster's involved. So Kyle Lowry had that kind of relationship with certain refs also. Like, I can't name them. I know some of the new lady refs don't like Kyle, and they were quick to call whistles on him. But, that's just how it is. You want to have good relationships with the refs. Like, certain guys have good relationships with the ref. I'll bet Luka Doncic has really good relationships with the refs. It seems like it, because they really take care of them. And, anyway. Let's see if there's anything else we want to talk about. Both teams back-to-back advantage wraps Younger's legs. Yeah, I believe that, especially with Pacers being decimated. Like, half their roster seems to be injured right now. And, that we can really take advantage of that if Nick Nurse does some substituting tonight. Like, maybe he had a 9-man rotation last night, but maybe he needs to go 11 or 12 tonight. And I really think we're going to see some Goran Dragic tonight for sure. And hopefully we'll see some Malachi and some Sam Decker, because those two guys could be a lot of fun. Luka is always flirting with the female refs. I think it's just more that Adam Silver is always flirting with Luka, and he's telling his refs that he's a superstar that we're investing in globally. And, let's not get it twisted either. The color of his skin is marketable for certain reasons in a sad way also. But, that's the thing. Adam Silver is thinking money, and Luka Doncic is a good-looking young 22-year-old guy. So why wouldn't they, try and push him? And, they want a guy like a bird. They want a bird around the league. The Nowitzki was that kind of guy for a while, and now it's Doncic. Doncic is that guy, and it's just part of the NBA marketing. They want it. It's for the global marketing. It's for every kind of marketing. And Luka is just a golden boy. And they want Ben Simmons to be a golden boy too, but he's not cooperating because he's crazy. And I shouldn't say he's crazy. We should just say immature, because he's immature, because it's not right for me to say he's crazy, because I don't think he is. He's crazy. He's just having mental health problems right now. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, Nick Nurse needs to give Delano even more run. Yeah, Darren said those 2 words right there. That's what Larry Bird used to be called, and those 3 words right there. Great White Hope and Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Luka. Luka's that guy in the league right now. So, White Shadow, yeah, all that old TV shows, stuff like that. But 40 for Fred. Oh, yeah, let's talk about Fred for a second last night. Now, Fred didn't score any points in the first half last night. And there was a little bit of grumbling around, like, in the seats around me, like, why does Fred have no points at halftime? And they're like, well, he's playing really horrible and stuff like that. It was like, oh my gosh, this is getting back to this whole thing where these stats individually shouldn't matter on this team this year, because the fluctuations of who's going to be the big time scorer and where, there's going to be balance. And, Fred picked it up and he ended up with 19 points in the second half. But at halftime, he didn't have any points. He had barely any assists, but he had a huge second half. And that's a big deal. He may not have had a good first half, but he definitely had a good second half. And he was hitting some really great big open shots, that kind of thing. Yeah. 40 minutes for him. Yeah. He's playing a lot of minutes. But, he can do that. He's been that kind of guy like Kyle Lowry and DeMar were before, where they're just getting a lot of minutes. But you know what? You're right. Why can't Delano eat into Fred's minutes a little bit just to give him some more rest? That's a really good idea, Darren. Because Delano's getting around 20 minutes a game now. He's gone from like 10 minutes a game to 20 minutes a game just in the last game or so. So it's just really good. Like, I love seeing him out there. He's just so fun to watch. And I love how quick he picks up the pace. Like, he could be like normal speed and then he's just gone all of a sudden. He's got a really good first step, Delano Banton. So yeah. Okay, let's see. It's 35 minutes. Like I said before, guys, if anybody lives near the Scotiabank Arena and is able to go to a game at the drop of the hat, let me know, because I'll put the bat signal out when I get these free tickets just drop in my lap like last night, because somebody can go to the game with me. If, my buddy Stevie Roots goes with me sometimes, and my lady friend Miss Adriana goes with me sometimes, but, sometimes they can't make it either. So people, you want to go to a free game with the Raptor Freak, it could happen this year. It's just it's very timely. It's like usually happening within an hour before the game, and it's like, got to be ready and go. And last night I was like scrambling down there to get down there quick, but it was really fun. And I'm glad I was there for the first Scotty Barnes versus Jalen Suggs game. And I'm so happy to see Scotty Barnes do his 3-dribble one-handed dunk that was just so nasty. That dunk looked like a Dr. J dunk, guys. That Dr. J dunk where he has his afro like in the wind behind him, and that's what that dunk looked like to me last night. The Scotty Barnes one-handed jam from full court. And then we also saw Fred make that shot, and he fell on the ground, and Scotty was trying to get him up, but he started pumping his heart. He pumped his heart first. See, this is the thing. There's no animosity between Freddie and Scotty. This is how it is. I'm going to tell you right now. Scotty looks up to Freddie. Freddie's a hero to Scotty, and Scotty is learning from Freddie. And he loves Freddie because he knows Freddie's going to make him a better player and teach him so many things. So there's no problem with Scotty to Freddie. And the Freddie to Scotty stuff, if you think there's a problem there because Fred's sour or he's an ego or something like that, no, this is a stern teacher. This is like the old sensei who's like, Grasshopper, you need to listen to me, and you need to be like more like this, or get more reined in and mature on this or something like that. That's what's happening there. It's not Fred's a jerk and he's pissed at Scotty. He's just being a tough leader and a role model for Scotty. That's the dynamic there. But you can tell Scotty loves Fred. He loves playing with him, and he loves, like, honestly, who wouldn't want to play with Fred? He's fun. He can pass the ball to you, and he's going to teach him to be the best NBA player he can be, along with the coaches. Fred and Scotty realizes that, and he's appreciative of that. Yeah. All right, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah, guys, let's get it tonight. In Indiana, we could just build on the success we had from Wednesday. Just do more of that good stuff there. They're going to make adjustments. They're going to try and figure out a way to beat our defense. So our guys really need to key on them and hold it down. We didn't hold it down as well against Orlando last night defensively, and there's stuff that we could do way better than we did last night, but we still won. So that says something, but definitely need to clean up our defense for today, and hopefully they're not too gassed and tired because it's a back-to-back. So Stevie Roots, yeah, my friend Stevie Roots, he worked for the Maple Leafs at the Maple Leaf Garden in the 90s. He started working as a concession worker there in the early 90s, and he worked for the Leafs for like 20 years and the Raptors. So when they came together at the Air Canada Center, that's where I met him. I started working at Air Canada Center. I was a new hire, and he was my buddy that I made subs with in the concourse. So he's like my friend that I worked with when I worked at the Air Canada Center in the 2000s, like 99, 2000, 2001, Stevie Roots. And he's an old school Maple Leaf fan, and he's a big Raptor fan now. Oh yeah, I converted him over, and I'm really happy Stevie's with us. But that dunk was superhuman, and it looked a lot like I said, Dr. J. He looked like Dr. J. His hair's getting a little long, so it looked, flew back a little bit. Good morning, Sue. Good to see you this morning. Clyde the Glide. Yeah, Clyde the Glide. Kind of like that, too. There was a bit of a glide to it. And because it was one-handed and oh, man, it's nasty. I think I might have to go watch that highlight a couple times just to really understand the physical beauty and control that Scotty showed with the 3-dribble, full-court, one-handed slam. So good. Yeah, all right. Oh, Darren's a Bruins fan. Well, you're a much happier person than a Leafs fan. That's for sure. Ooh, I have a lot of family members that are from Toronto that are Bruins fans. All right, guys, let's beat the Pacers tonight. The Raptors looked great last night, even though they just barely won. It was scary. But these late game situations where it's close, we're going to have these and see if we're successful. And I love that we were successful in this game last night, because if we'd lost the game against Orlando last night, it might have made it scary, because we need to be good in late game situations that are close, and we need to know how to manage the game with the score to win. And last night we didn't manage it that well. We kind of got bailed out and saved, because they could have easily won that game in the last second. And we were kind of lucky, other than Gary Trent showing skill with his stealing, because we could have easily lost that game last night. But it's good. It's good. It's a character builder, and it shows that we can do some stuff late in the game to hold teams off. Let's see. I think Delano is Clyde. Oh, I mean, he is so fun. His dribble's so wild and crazy, and he gets around guys. He's so skinny. It's like he just goes around them. Andrew, that Scotty dunk is #1 post on NBA right now. It should be. It should be like this. Honestly, I don't know what the NBA highlights are all across the league with what people are doing, but Scotty's doing stuff that should be in the top 10 plays of the night every night. Almost every game, there's at least one dunk where he should be in the top 10 for that. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for being here this morning. Darren, Andrew, Sue, G, MK, everybody normally watching me. I appreciate it. Let's watch the Indiana game later tonight. Hopefully we just get another win, and then we're winning team at the end of October and going into November. And then on Monday, it's MSG, baby. New York Knicks on the big stage. And this Knicks team is not a team like it's been in the last couple of years. This team is for real finally, and it's going to be a big, huge test. So tomorrow I have a reaction to the Indiana game and then preview the New York game on Monday morning. All right, y'all. Have a great Saturday and great weekend. Love being Raptors fans and Raptors Nation and the passion for this team. We're going to root this team to a championship. It may not be this year, but it could be this year. I think it'll be in the next 3 years at least. If it's not this year, next year, or the year after that, we're going to get a championship. And that's what we're talking about. That's what we're aiming for. That's what the team's aiming for. That's what Masai Ujiri's aiming for. That's what Fred VanVleet's aiming for. That's what Scotty Barnes is aiming for. We're all on the same page, so let's go get it. We got to beat Indiana today. All right, Raptors. All right, thanks, guys. You guys have a good day, and love your loved ones. Like, comment, subscribe. Share me if you want. All that stuff is good. I appreciate it. It's just so much fun. And Raptors Nation, be proud. Passionate fans.